need a greenhouse in South Florida? Hey guys, welcome back to the homestead. I'm Sherilyn. This is Just Goodness 333 Little Homestead. Between the wind and the traffic and the angles, this will be almost the third time I've shot this, so. Listen, I have heard so many times, do I need a greenhouse in South Florida? People are saying, when do I need a greenhouse? What kind of a greenhouse do I get? And now I love the idea of a greenhouse. To me it'd be wonderful, but here in South Florida, I know I'm not going to use it. I know it's going to be way too hot, and honestly, it's not necessary unless you're going to grow on a very big scale. For just a backyard garden like mine, a small garden that feeds my family, and we put up, we can a lot of stuff, you know, for year-round use, I find that I really don't need one. So I have built an alternative. I will show you, however, what I have used in the past, like in the January time, late December, January, maybe early February, if you're wanting to get a head start. I have used this little mini greenhouse. I've used these little greenhouses, and they do come with a plastic, and I got these from Walmart. They were clearance, regular price about $40, but clearance down to $10 in the off season. And I think I used them for 1 year. And in those, I started some squash, some eggplants, zucchini, and maybe some spring tomatoes. But I honestly don't think that they're really necessary. Let me show you my alternative. I call this a greenish house, kind of a greenish house. We never want to just enclose anything completely in plastic here in South Florida. It's just going to get too hot. Even here, it's November 2020. And temperatures are still getting up into the 80s in the daytime, and it's time to be getting your gardens in and starting seeds, and you're going to kill them if you put them in a greenhouse environment right now. Our best growing season is from, let's say, mid to late October on in through the spring and before the real hard summer heat comes, and that's our prime growing season here in South Florida. And this is inside the greenish house. These are the cattle panels I love so much. I purchased these from anywhere between $21 to $25 a piece, depending at my local tractor supply company. Sometimes, like this one was a little bent, and I think I got this one for around $20. And what we've done here is we have put on this plastic, and I will look up the product and put a link in the description below. I just picked this up at my local hardware store. You don't necessarily have to have a greenhouse plastic if you're not building a big greenhouse that you really want very low maintenance on. This will last at least a year, maybe 2. This is my 30% shade cloth I purchased on Amazon. You guys have seen this in the video before. And this area here is the seed starting station. We made this in I made another video on this earlier. Now the seed starting station did wonderfully, except that we had torrential rains this year. And when we had torrential rains, it dislodged some of my seeds, and it also just overwatered the seedlings. A lot of them got stressed. So that's why I've added the plastic. So I'm going to make this a semi-shaded outdoor area, so they're getting used to they're germinating and getting used to the outdoor temperature. They are getting wind and breeze, which makes the stem stronger, and they get the filtered sunlight because they're still babies. They don't need that direct sun. And all I have going on now, like I said, it's November. It's still not really cool, so all I have going on in here now are there's some green giant tomatoes, some cherry tomatoes, some Dr. Witches, Dr. Witchies, Dr. Wikes. No, I don't think anyone knows how to say it the right way. Yellow tomatoes and some cabbages. I also have, I noticed today in this little tray, some arroz con pollo peppers that are popping up, and I got those from a lady I advertised on Facebook in a group. Her name is Martha Myers, and she sent me some seeds because I couldn't find any anywhere. So but at least got 4 germinated. Here's hoping the rest will come along. Okay, so I'm sitting here editing this video and I realized that I didn't do an outro, and I also thought that I would show you a website where you can get some really good ideas for planting seasons, times, and what kind of seeds to plant here in Florida. Now this site is flgardening.com. You've heard me talk about them. I am in no way monetized or sponsored by them. They don't even know who I am. I've just purchased their seeds and perused their website. Now here's a complete beginner's guide to a Florida vegetable garden. And you can click on this to learn more. They have easy to grow herbs, the best fruit trees, 15 vegetables that grow in winter, best gardening books for Florida. They have a lot of resources. Okay, here's gardening essentials. Let's check this out. It talks about, there's some books, there's some tools. It talks about watering, soil, fertilizers, pest control. Talks about a lot of things. They have a Florida vegetable gardening planner. And you can get a free Florida vegetable garden planner. Just enter your email and your name and get your planner, if that's what you want to do. They also have seeds that you can purchase. And the seeds that you purchase, they always break it down by either North Florida, Central Florida, and South Florida. Here's a little map that kind of shows you where you fall in that. And I live about right here. This will tell you what to plant in November for North Florida, for Central Florida, and South Florida. They have different seed packs available. When you purchase their seeds, the seeds will tell you when to plant them if you're in North, in Central, or in South Florida. They also have something here, pick your own personal garden. Choose plants that you will eat the most. 5 packets for $10. Mix and match vegetables and herbs to build a personalized garden. And here are the seed packs. And let's just say here, the Amish paste tomatoes. I love this. When to plant in North Florida, Central Florida, and South Florida. How to plant it, the spacing, the depth, and how much sun that it needs. So before you head out to the box store and you pay $2 to $3 per plant for, your vegetables, sometimes I'll get at Walmart or at Home Depot, they'll have the Bonnie plants, and sometimes I would get like a 6-pack of cabbages for $3.80 something. And as my daddy would say, they're right proud of their produce. So I would say before you do that, look at the investment. All in all, I probably had less than $100 or around $100 between the shade cloth, the plastic, and there was still tons of that plastic left. Actually, my dad solarized his entire garden with that plastic. I put some on the greenish house, and there's still a massive roll of it left. I mean, there's still a lot. So that would go for a lot of other projects. If you don't want to go buy the plastic, you could look for a clear or a very light, thin white shower curtain, and there's a shower curtain liner for a few dollars, and I'm not sure exactly how big that is, but it might work for you. But think about 2 panels, a couple of T-posts, some zip ties, some thin wire or something to hold the plastic to the cattle panels, and a shade cloth, and you're in at around $100 for this little greenish house that you can reuse and reuse and reuse again and again. You can also move those cattle panels elsewhere in the garden for other things when it's not seed starting time. You can use them for trellises. You can use them with your animals if you have animals. So there's just a lot of things to look at as far as what you're going to buy. If you're about to head out to the box store and you're going to spend $100 $150 to get plants, or do you want to go spend $100 ish to make your little greenish house, and just put some milk crates out there, some cement blocks, pieces of wood. Take your old trays. All my trays are what I previously bought plants in, or I ordered some. I'll also put a link in the description below where I ordered some of the little 6-packs from Amazon. And your old seed starting trays, and just repurpose a lot of that stuff. You could use some cardboard boxes and some of the egg, the egg crates that your eggs come in that look like they're made out of a recycled cardboard, and you can plant in those. Look around, you can plant in so many different things. But I just really want to encourage you, before you run out to a box store, to a nursery, and spend a ton of money, think about making your own seed starting station. So thank you guys for stopping by the homestead. Again, my name is Sherilyn, and this is Just Goodness 333 Little Homestead. And I think that's about all I have for today. Bye, y'all.